Welcome to Esperance, where beautiful beaches are not rare. And of course with the name Grande, which literally means Wales, how could I not go there? So effectively I would have done the Nullarbor in 2 days. Quite famous. Yeah, they really got some nice beaches. I'm heading down to Esperance. Frankly, I've had enough of this weather. Since I set off, this weather has just been so out of character for this time of year. You can hear the wind howling outside. It's buffeting the car as we go. The weather forecast for Esperance is like there's a severe weather warning. High winds, storm-like conditions, lashing rain, and the clouds down ahead do look quite friendly. So I might be staying in an Airbnb tonight for the next couple of days, which, to be honest, wouldn't be a bad thing. I've been travelling now for 7 days, and 6 of the last 7 days I've been rained on. I've been hailed on by wind and the like. And I've been driving basically every single day in excess of 4 to 6 hours every day. So I'm feeling a little bit run down at the moment. There was a big spell where I went without fruit and veg because I had to surrender them at the border in WA. I've bought a nice load of fruit and veg from Kalgoorlie this morning. So I will be trying to rest up and revive a little bit over the next couple of days. And also, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, this little space will allow me to upload these videos because I haven't had time yet. My apologies. Anyway, we're about 100 kilometers away from Esperance. We're due in about 3:30 p.m. Well, it's supposed to be raining there right now, so we'll see. The rain here has been a bit on and off today. When I left Kalgoorlie, it was 34 degrees. There were clouds around, but there wasn't raining. But I understand it is now tipping down up there, so it's not. If I had just stayed still in Kalgoorlie, I still would have got rained on. Plus, this way I'm down on the coast. I'm ready. I'm just going to chill out for a couple of days and try and catch up with my YouTube and tell you guys what's been going on. So we're just getting into Esperance. Well, in the next half an hour, we're about 50 kilometers outside, and the heavens have opened, as you can see. It gets little showers like this, and then it absolutely melts down, and then it goes back to this, stops for a couple of seconds, and then it goes back again. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And now I'm down in Esperance, and I'm just in this lovely Airbnb. Okay, so for the last couple of days I've been staying at this lovely Airbnb in Esperance. It's called Above Board, and you can find it on Airbnb or in the comment section below. Now, This property is set in quite a remote setting. It's probably about 6 kilometers outside of town. It has quite extensive grounds to it, and yeah, the nearest neighbour is up there in the hills. It's just a wild, thick bushland that way, as you'll see from the drone footage. It's got this lovely barbecue area with a fire pit outside, should you have a party. This nice little terraced garden, around there to more sheds, etc. There's a water tower, barbecue facilities in the corner, outdoor areas, and even toys for kids. And there's Delilah. Looking very good, Delilah. Right, so let's show you around this property. Now, I haven't inquired about use of the garages, or whether or not you're allowed to have use of them, but you know, there are plenty of garages here. So going into the property itself, you've got a small seating area out the back and a clothesline. Nothing too special there, but when you come inside, you'll really start to appreciate the size of the property. Okay, so straight away we've got this huge living room area, TV with Netflix, etc. You've got couch space enough for, well, probably for 15, to be honest with you. There's another couch over there in the corner. Spiral staircase to go upstairs on that side, and another one this side. You've got a nice big dining table just off the kitchen itself. We'll go and have a look at the kitchen. So the kitchen is very well set up. It's got everything you'd need, including an air fryer and a rice cooker. Microwave is very good. The dishwasher is currently going. A very big fridge. And if you so desire, you can actually pre-organize for a fridge beer. So you can have your own beer on tap. How amazing is that? Okay, so just coming around, you've got the facility room. You've got a washing machine and dryer, ironing board, etc. Just cleaning cupboard in there. Coming around the back, you've got the spare toilet and cleaning cupboard again. Downstairs, you've got these two queen-size bedrooms. They're lovely pillows. You've got a window up there. Some nice little areas there. Straight across, we've got another double. And wardrobe area. Another small window there. All the rooms are named after birds' nests. So this one's the emu's nest. And this other one was the cuckoo's nest. There's a clear bird theme throughout this house. There's a dehumidifier there. This room is more of like a kid's room, or if you've got several people bunking up. This TV also has Netflix, Stan, and Amazon Prime, etc. You can open up this area to the veranda at the front to use the barbecues. There's two. There's the Weber undercover, and this other big, more industrial one. You've got security cameras, if you so wish. I mean, you are quite remote property, so maybe you might want to do it. So we'll go up the spiral staircase to start. And on the upstairs, immediately left, we've got two more bedrooms. We've got the kookaburra's nest, which is a very nice queen size again, with its own couch. Might be a sofa bed, I'm not sure. Next door to that, we have the kingfisher's nest, with a nice airy room again. And then, through this, which is a security doored area, you come through to the main kind of upstairs area, which is the robin's nest. And this is where I've been staying, so please excuse my PJs and things. That's where the other stairs comes up, and once again you've got a security door. So this is like the master bedroom, basically. You've got a projector screen there, and I'll show you where the HD projector is. You've got a small seating area here. You got tea and coffee making facilities just for yourself. There's the HD projector. A small fridge. Nice view out over to the bushland. You've got a massive, massive walk-in wardrobe. Bigger than some of my old bedrooms, in fairness. Huge. And it's also got baby changing facilities and toys if you've got a small child, toddler, etc. So it really is a huge area, absolutely huge. You could swing several cats in this room. This bedroom also has its own ensuite, which is very, very nice. Just had a shower, so excuse the mess. Nice big sink too. And then straight across from there we have an office area, which I've been using to edit these videos recently. Bookshelf with its own mezzanine level with another bed over there. So all in all, I'm extremely impressed with this place. It was only through a quirk of fate that I ended up having this place through Airbnb all to myself. And how nice it has been. They've also got very good quality Wi-Fi, which has enabled me to kind of catch up on some video editing, updating firmware on my drone, etc. And also just kind of sit down and plan the next phase of the trip out. Where we're going to go, what we're going to do. So this is my last full day in this property. Tomorrow I'll be traveling to Cape Grande National Park and back into the swag. So these last little couple of days of luxury have been very, very nice, but it's time to get back on the road. But you know, when I do take an Airbnb or a hotel for a day or two, the whole idea is to kind of, you know, catch up on everything, do a bit more planning, get the videos edited for you, reorganize my fridge, charge up the lithium power station, and yeah, just kind of relax basically, because when you're constantly on the road, as I was doing, you know, an average of 6+ hours a day of driving, you start to get very, very tired. So you do need to take some time to yourself, just to relax, recover. I was feeling a little bit run down, so I just wanted to go out and get some vegetables and cook a big meal full of veg and get some fruit, etc. And I am feeling very, very re-energized and refocused. So it's done the job. Now, if you want to stay at this property and you're down Esperance Way, you can check it out on Airbnb. The links are below. I highly recommend it, especially if you've got a big party. For example, next weekend they said they've got 14 coming here, which would be rather impressive, and on the other end of the spectrum, just me. But I have no doubt that you know, this place could easily accommodate that many, easily. So once again, it's called Above Board. And you can find her on Airbnb or in the comment section below. I highly recommend it if you're down this way. So today we're on our way down to Lucky Bay, that's in Cape Grande National Park here in Esperance. And on the way there, it's a sealed road for the vast majority of it. But on the way there, apparently there's a full-size replica of Stonehenge. Yes, you hear me right, a full-size replica of Stonehenge, i.e. the one in England, in Wiltshire. So we're going to stop by and check that out on the way. But our ultimate goal today is just to do a little day trip down to Lucky Bay. Lucky Bay, you may have seen famous photographs of a kangaroo laying down on a pristine white beach, advertised in Esperance. Well, that was Lucky Bay. So we're heading there. We were going to camp there, but the campsite is fully booked out. All the campsites in Cape Grande National Park are fully booked out. So tomorrow instead we're going to go down to Cape Arid National Park, which is another 80 k's further east, and a little bit harder to get to. It's not a sealed road for the majority of the way, and some of the tracks are actually 4x4 axis only. So we're going to be heading down there, and we're going to be finding a nice campsite, hopefully, and yeah, we'll check it out. So let's get down to Lucky Bay. Seeing things, that is a full-size replica of Stonehenge right here in Esperance. So if you've ever wanted to visit Stonehenge but didn't live in the UK, or wanted to get up close and personal with the rocks but weren't a pagan, but it wasn't summer solstice, then you too can come and play around with this full-size replica here in Esperance. It's of granite rather than the original bluestone, but it's a full, authentic replica. I'm a little bit bemused and impressed at the same time. But hey, you can actually touch the rocks, climb on the rocks, and yeah, this one is aligned with the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, rather than the northern hemisphere, obviously. So it is a true replica, basically, on somebody's farm, right next to a road. I don't know if that was a design choice to be next to a road like the one in the UK. I personally would have chucked it down the field, down the far end. But yeah, look, it's great. It really is. Look, I'll show you around. Yeah. Like, I'm standing here in the middle of it. There's nobody else here at the moment, and it's hard to describe, like, the majesty of it. Now, obviously, it's a fake. It's not the original. Blah blah blah. But it's done with machinery, but it's still rather impressive. So this is Cape Grande National Park. Reminds me a lot of Kangaroo Island. So you're just entering now. I do like the peaks in the background. It's nice to see a little bit of variety in Australia. A lot of Australia is just flat. You can see the coast over there, so we're going down onto a peninsula. And yeah, see if we can get up some of these rocky bits. Okay, so we're just driving into Cape Grande National Park down towards Lucky Bay. As you can see around me, we're there's thick bush either side of the road. This part of the park is sealed all the way down to Lucky Bay. That's one of the reasons why it's such a popular place to come, and why the campsite is fully booked out today. Obviously, Cape Arid National Park, a little bit harder to get to. Some of the campsites down there you can't actually book. It's more on a first come, first served basis. And in those ones you've got to self-register, i.e. when you get there is an honesty box system. You have to fill in a form, you keep one half as a receipt and you put the other one in the box. And I suppose after living on Kangaroo Island for so very long, you know very iconic parts of the Flinders Chase National Park and other conservation parks in the island. And this particular one we're driving down right now reminds me of what would be an iconic part of Cape Grande National Park in terms of the road into it. Let me just quickly show you what I mean. So instead of the wavy road on Kangaroo Island, for instance, you've got this long straight and these iconic little peaks in the background. Alright, so we're in Cape Grande National Park and on the way over to Lucky Bay, and I just had to stop at this little lay-by. Lucky Bay is actually on the way behind us, but there's this lay-by on the other side of the road, so just pulled in here. You've got these little hilly areas over here. You can see the ocean over there, the golden sands and the turquoise bays in the distance. There's some more islands over here, part of the archipelago. As I say, it's all sealed road down here, so it's really easy and really popular. And look at this, you got some beautiful bushland contrasting with the ocean. And then on this side of the road, boom! Look at that! It's like a big nipple. And there's Delilah looking splendid. Alright, let's get down to Lucky Bay. It's only about another 12 k's that way, so not too long. So it turns out that big rock that looked like a nipple is actually Frenchman's Peak. And there it is. You can walk up to the top. It's 262 meters above sea level. Takes about a 3-hour return apparently. Quite steep in parts, I imagine. And you can see there's a couple of people at the top right now. Yeah, and there's a nice picture of Delilah. So this is Lucky Bay, so named by Matthew Flinders on his circumnavigation around Australia when he sought refuge and stumbled across this place, and so named it Lucky Bay because it was very lucky to find. Lucky Bay, as you may be, is a multi-purpose beach. You can drive on it. The beach is quite hard. It's a quartzite beach rather than a calciferous one you normally get on beaches, in meaning the sand here is a lot harder and squeaks underfoot. Yes. Hence you can drive on it. You don't really need to let your tyres down either because it is so hard. We're going to go for a little drive around the other side there shortly. As you can see, I haven't let the tyres down yet. Hopefully it won't need to. But I thought it was high time that I give Delilah a touch of the beach life. And how good does she look on the white sands? So here we go for a little bit of beach driving at Lucky Bay. Look at the turquoise waters. It's just outstanding. So we're in four-wheel drive and we're just taking it easy. Because it's a shared beach, you know, there's a lot of kids around, you don't want to go very fast, so I'm limited to 20 kilometers an hour. You know, some people can run faster than this. And it's, yeah, slow and steady wins this particular race. When I stopped previously, looking back at the tracks in the sand, as you can see in front of me, you know, there's barely making a dent. This is very, very kind of dense, very hard sand. And, yeah. It's looking a little bit ruffled further up, so I don't know if there's a particular reason why people have only gone this far down the beach, but if we think it looks particularly dodgy, I will turn back. I'm not going to risk Delilah, but just want to do a little bit of investigating up the beach here and see what's looking like. So straight away it's looking a little bit dodge, so my first beach driving isn't going to end in disaster. I'm pretty sure of that. Alright, so basically in the cove of the beach there, it was quite a steep decline into the sea, and I think that's why nobody tried to go any further. As the sand ruffled, then yes, the car started to slide, and look, maybe in future, once I've become accomplished at sand driving, I will attempt it further. I mean, in a setting like this, there's plenty of help on hand, there's loads of people around, etc. But I don't want to be that embarrassing Pom who gets stuck in the sand. Even though I'm not a Pom, I get labelled a Pom. I'm Welsh. And soon to be Australian. But yeah, a really nice beach. As I said in my previous video, or previous clip I should say, it feels a little over commercialized for what you would expect to find in a national park. But you know, there's, on the other hand, there's not many places you can do this. So given the setting, the facilities, and a beach such as this, you know, I mean, you can drive on it because it is so hard, and once the tide comes in and washes away the tyre tracks, etc., you know, what's the harm done? As long as everybody takes their rubbish with them, and I don't see a problem. You see a kangaroo just on the dunes there. Kangaroos are known to come up to people, especially if you're eating, to try and beg for food. It's strongly encouraged not to. We don't want to develop that kind of habit in the wildlife. Let's keep the wildlife wild. There's also some kind of gull up in the air there. I don't know if you can pick that up. Oh no, it's a drone. Somebody's got their drone in the air. Now, I did wonder about putting my drone up here. It is a little bit windy, as you can tell from that person's drone. And also, I mean, I'm still not up to speed on what the national parks allow in Western Australia. In South Australia, drones are banned, and having worked for national parks and wildlife, I try not to break these laws. So I will investigate. I'll call into a parks office and I'll ask. Maybe the case here in Western Australia they're allowed to. Alright, so we're just coming off the beach here. We've got to be wary of this part because it's a very tight, narrow bottleneck, and people do come down here at the same time as you're trying to get up. Oops, sorry there. Couldn't find second. Alright, so now we're back on tarmac. We want to put her back into high two-wheel drive, otherwise you can start shredding your tyres. And boom, easy as that. So just on the other side of the headland is Hellfire Bay, given the name of Lucky Bay and how lucky it was for Flinders to stumble upon it. What do you think the story is with Hellfire Bay? Yeah, me too. Let's find out. You'll find travelling around Australia that people weren't particularly original with their naming of things. Captain Cook, for instance, named about 12 places Christmas Bay or Christmas Island or Christmas, and you can guess why. He found them on Christmas or around Christmas time. Not very inventive. And you've got things like the big sandy desert, the rocky desert. I guess what, the rocky desert is rocky and the sandy desert is sandy. Anyway, thoroughly enjoying Cape Le Grand National Park. Lucky Bay was quite nice. I might go back and try to climb Frenchman's Peak, but first of all I want to check out Hellfire Bay. The name intrigues me. Oh, you have Thistle Cove down there. I'm assuming there's lots of thistles down there. Straight away you can tell that it's a lot less busy than Lucky Bay. That might be because it's got an absence of a drivable beach and possibly a campground, but we'll find out shortly. Alrighty, let's go check it out. Straight away, stepping down from the car park here, we're presented with this footpath with these wonderful white flowers. I have no idea what they are, but they smell absolutely lovely. Anyway, let's go down to the beach. And you can hear the bees swarming around. They're clearly loving it as well. Got these lovely barbecue areas. They're free to use, sheltered seating. This is what I love about Australia. You've got these barbecue areas everywhere. You've got them in council areas, national parks, everything. Look at this. It's just fantastic. Okay, it seems that Hellfire Bay, they're not sure where the name comes from, but they think it's named after St. Elmo's fire. Oh, there we are. Not where I thought. Much quieter than Lucky Bay, not far around the corner. I personally think it's a much better beach to look at, certainly. Obviously you can't drive on this one, but what a beautiful scene. Next week on Jeep Roscoe. Just over there is Twilight Beach proper. Max tracks on the roof as well, should that happen. These are the stories. Say hello everybody.